G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here, welcoming you back for another G.I. Joe toy review. And today we're going to be looking at one of the last of my 12-inch figures. I have one more to review, and that will be next week, and that will be the end of the 12-inch line that I currently have. Today, we're going to be looking at the 1992 Flint. I do remember seeing him on the shelves at Toys R Us. I originally thought that he was Lieutenant Falcon. When I first saw him, I was like, hey, cool, Falcon, all right, he got a 12-inch figure. No, it was Flint. And when you look at the uniform, you're going to see why I thought he was originally Falcon. This guy is pretty cool. Flint, as we all know in the circle of collectors, that he is one of the more popular figures. He sort of took over the series in '85. Duke was the primary focus when the series had started, and I believe 82 or 83 I believe is when it started. So it was all about Duke 83, 84, and then 85 they introduced some of the new Joes, Flint, Lady J, Barbecue, and so on. And Flint was sort of in charge after that. Occasionally Duke would show up, and then 86 General Hawk was in, so he was in charge. And yeah, so it was, I love the Sunbow animated series. We could now watch it here on YouTube on the Hasbro channel. Sorry, I have my window open. My neighbors are moving. It's the last of our cool days. Then we're going to be back up into the 90s again. But anyway, sorry for that interruption. Yeah, the Sunbow series is being shown on YouTube. I think Hasbro's releasing them, and it's the 40th anniversary. Can you believe that? The 40th anniversary. They have the Revenge of Cobra, the Weather Dominator series, all of that on one continuous run instead of watching the individual cartoons like they had originally shown. It's now a continuous run for 140 minutes. So that's neat. I'm glad that they're doing that, but wow, 40 years. And to this day, I still remember the first commercial I had seen of G.I. Joe. It was shortly before we left Ohio to move out here, out west. I thought, oh my gosh, look at these action figures. Oh man, I want those. I want them so bad. And then when we moved out here, one of the first friends I had met, I asked him if he had any G.I. Joe, and he went in and asked his mom, and she said, no, you don't have anything like that. Because he was 4 or 5, you know, I was 7. But he and I still had a great time together. Then, you know, we would play with all the other kids in the neighborhood, and that was how I met everybody. But yeah, it was a lot of fun growing up with G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe, and just all the vast toy lines that were available at that time, and it was a little overwhelming seeing so many cool toys and wanting everything. How could I forget Transformers, GoBots, Mask? I had a few Mask action figures, but none of the vehicles. But yeah, the toy lines are limited. Of course, I had Star Wars as a kid, being born in the 70s and through the 80s. And then I was really sad when the line ended after Return of the Jedi. And that's when we started really collecting Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe. But yeah, it was such a cool time to be a kid and to have that vast amount of toys to choose from. And there's some toy lines that died off, and there's still some that are going very strong. But you know, I still have those desires to collect toys with grown-up money, so I don't have to depend on my parents to purchase them for me or work odd jobs here and there to purchase. Although I have slowed down my collecting quite a bit, simply because I just don't have the room. Focusing on home improvements now. So anyway, guys, without further blathering, let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure. I want to let those of you who are just joining me to know that I bought these guys on the aftermarket. Obviously, they're no longer for sale on the retail level, so some of these are not complete. Like Storm Shadow that I reviewed last week, he came with a gun, but his gun was missing, but the picture was at least still on the box. So I just now cut the tape on this one. I have not opened them up yet, so I want to share the opening with you guys. So with all that being said, thank you guys for the ones who just joined the channel, who just subscribed. When I see your subscription pop up, I do subscribe back to you to let you know that, yes, I saw your subscription. If your channel name is not made public, and you subscribe, thank you very much for that, but it doesn't pop up. Your channel does not pop up. So I'm sorry about that, for not being able to subscribe back to you in kind. That's just one of the downfalls of not being able to, for me anyway. I understand you want to keep your anonymity. Sorry, after my stroke, it's hard to pronounce some words. At least my stutter is gone for the most part. So remaining anonymous, I completely respect that. And I was anonymous on YouTube for many, many years. So I finally made myself public when I was planning on joining YouTube as a creator. So here we go. Let's take a look at this Flint. He is very cool. Arguably, hands down, one of the best of G.I. Joe. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. All right, so here he is, Flint. Now you can see why I thought he was Lieutenant Falcon. He's wearing camo, the tiger stripe camo. He comes with a bazooka. It says bazooka really shoots. I do apologize for the glare. Here on the side you could see there is a better look of him. He was $19.99 at Toys R Us. There's a picture of his bazooka and an even better picture of it, just in case I do not have it. And a nicer picture of Flint there. Here on the back, Let's move the camera up a bit. You can see the figures that were available. We have Gung Ho, Storm Shadow that we already reviewed, Ace, which I did have him, and I gifted him to some friends' children. There's Destro, Rock and Roll, Falcon, and I forgot that they had a vehicle. This is the Rhino Jeep, which kind of suspiciously looks like, hold on, I'm trying to get it off another shelf here, so pardon me if I sound distant. The Rhino kind of looks like the Grizzly. Pretty cool. So I'm sure they took the Grizzly idea from the Rhino. So I've already read this history. So you could see that the figure that they're copying from was a bazooka soldier from the 1964 and updated it to Flint. So it reads here, codename Flint, Green Beret. His file name is Fairborn DeShiel R, serial number 307-6290-DF07. Primary military specialty infantry, secondary specialty demolitions, birthplace Wichita, Kansas. He's a W3, he's a warrant officer. And there's a quote from Flint. After I rescue a POC, in parentheses, prisoner of Cobra, he only wants to hear 3 simple words: let's go home. Flint was a Rhodes Scholar and constantly searched for excitement outside of the classroom walls. He found what he was looking for and enlisted in the Army. And he found what he was looking for, enlisted in the Army. Okay, now that makes sense. So when he joined the Army, he found what he was looking for. He applied the discipline and concentration he used so well in college to grind his way through Airborne School, Ranger School, Special Forces School. It's funny, I always thought Rangers were Special Forces, but it's more classified for Green Berets being Special Forces. And eventually onto G.I. Joe team as a Green Beret. He earned high honors from them all and became a top-notch tactical planner. Flint personally led dozens of rescue missions in hostile territories that were never publicized for security reasons. When it came to motivating the others to fight for right against Cobra's tyranny, Flint lights the sparks that feed the fires of justice. And then it gives a breakdown of everything that is entailed on his uniform. So let's go ahead and pull this guy out. Okay, in the cartoon series, Flint wore a black beret, which at the time, the Army Rangers wore black berets, but now all the foot soldiers in the American Army, at least as far as I know, wear a black beret. So the Rangers switched to tan, and of course the Green Berets still keep the Green Beret. So looking at his weapons, I was hoping that would still work. Sadly, I cannot take this apart to replace the battery. But on some of these, they had sound-activated weapons. This is still quite bulky given the scale of the action figure. But nevertheless, a pretty cool looking laser rifle. He did come with one silver grenade. His accessories, I think that's all he did come with, was one grenade. He's missing his knife and a sidearm. He does have his bazooka. Pretty cool. Not sure what this is, unless it's a pouch, or if he sets this down on a rock, kind of a shoulder, to shock absorber. But it does shoot still. Pretty nice. And the missile, these are kind of weird. Oh, how does it go in? So we're learning all this together. Okay, so the bevel side goes up. You don't really see the directions and how to put it in very well. He comes with this field operations manual. It's the Department of Defense Green Beret manual. Gives the history of G.I. Joe and his articulation points. So yeah, there's a knife, a pistol, and a shovel that he is missing. Pretty unfortunate. Those are some cool accessories, and it gives the ranks of all the American military. Very, very nice. So 5-star, General of the Army. That was General MacArthur. He was a 5-star. Pretty sweet accessories here. So I'll let you see what the pistol looked like, and the shovel, and his uniform and knife, what it would have looked like. And it gives you the Pledge of Allegiance. So looking at his beret, made out of kind of a t-shirt cloth, and it does have the green beret, or the Special Forces emblem on there. I'm trying to get that into focus. Doesn't want to focus very well, but his hair is flocked like Ace's was. That's a nice little callback to the original line. You can see he has a very stern look on his face. He has a scar on his cheek right there. Wearing his tiger striped camo. The pockets do work. Has his name is Flint, the G.I. Joe emblem there, and the U.S. Army. And I'm going to open up his shirt to show how ripped he is, but also his dog tags. Those read G.I. Joe. And it says Flint. It gives a serial number. And the rest I really cannot. It says Chief Warrant Officer. Looks like, yeah, and the rest is hard to read. But you can see it's a pretty cool action figure, all in all. Really like that. So on his right shoulder has a Special Forces tab, and on the left shoulder. And it has the button with the strap for his sleeves. That does not operate. So articulation. And the legs ratchet like the old Barbies used to do. His skin is rubberized. And the 2 combat boots. Very nice detail on those. These look like they're either leather or the old jungle boots. These are jump boots, never mind. So pretty cool. I can see why he is a popular figure. This is a nice upgrade to Flint. I'll fix that later, but I just wanted to get that put back on him. But very cool figure. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did you have him as a child? Do you have him now? Please share your thoughts down in the comment section. I do read those and answer back as quickly as I can. If I have missed comments, I do apologize. Not all of them pop up at once, but I do go through and look for those. So please leave me a comment. I appreciate it. And also please subscribe to the channel. When I reach 600 subscribers, I will be holding a giveaway. And please leave a like with this video. That helps with the algorithm, and that helps get these videos distributed more. So that helps the channel grow. Big thank you to all my channel supporters. I greatly appreciate you guys. I can't thank you enough for your generosity and support. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. Remember to be kind to everyone. A little kindness goes a long way, and especially be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. So until next week, this is Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. Bye-bye.